Israelites coming week in and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of America, Babylon, the Great, to tell you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the biblical Israelites. It's time to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully back. Go ahead, bring that out.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. And it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Likewise, in these same times, which the times that we are in, can you give me Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5, after you get that, bro, what we just saw? The times that we're in some evil, dangerous, or also the scripture says, somebody can get that one, perilous times, right? We're in some perilous times, and you can see when you go on the alternative media, instead of, you're either going to see one or two things. You're either going to see folly, or you're going to see a lot of more doom and gloom incidents taking place. That's what you're going to see. Because what? That's all that's out there. Is what? Folly, entertainment, something on a more of a comical sense, or what? Something that has to deal with what? Spirits that are created for vengeance, doom, gloom, whatever the case may be. That's all you're going to see. And more people that are becoming talk show hosts or YouTube podcasters, if that's what you want to call them, guess what they're starting to speak on? Real life of what's going on in reality. Not what's happening in fairy tale land. Not this whole American dream that has been covering the wolves over people's eyes, which that has been being uncovered. But the average person is now talking about the doom and gloom that's been coming here for starting since the scamdemic, what's happening and the deterioration of America, Babylon, the Great. Go ahead.
Which one you want?
Either one, yeah, you could do that first. Perilous time, they're going to hit hand in hand, so however you want to play that.
I got Ephesians 5. What verse you wanted again?
15.
15. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yep. I got it highlighted. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Right, so there's going to be there's a reason why this is being stated, of why you should be walking in a certain way, why you should be paying attention of what's happening around you. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
That's why, because the days are evil. We've been saying this for, even our apostles and elders have been saying this for years, right? Or decades, if you will. The days are evil, but now we are actually in the times when we are seeing this. We are seeing the evil. The evil is present right before our eyes. Now, I was mentioning, I think maybe a year ago, even a few months ago, you know, we used to always bring up, like every week, to talk about the whole border situation that was taking place. But people are now seeing the ripple effect of that whole border situation, of those, not even say thousands, millions of those different people of the other nations have came through. Right now, the only ones who are being mentioned and who is being created the nigga right now in the media is who? The Venezuelans, right? They're the ones that in certain cities right now who they are mentioning that is causing havoc, that is extorting people, extorting and taking over apartment complexes, making having trash everywhere, making people's neighborhoods look, you know, less appealing, you know, or whatever the case may be. That's what they're putting the blame on, because people, when you think about migrants or migrants, when you hear Venezuelan, you ain't got to think that much.
Yeah.
Automatic Venezuela. Oh, we know they came from the South America.
That's stereotype. Yeah. Because you already see the situation that they were coming from in Venezuela. You know.
Well, I wouldn't say they would see it, because these people have no clue. They have no. We see, because we paying attention. We actually know that that's a third world country. Right. Some people that may think it's Venezuela. They might be thinking of
Brazil.
What's the tourist attraction part? Venezuela, the blue beach and the palm trees or whatever they got. They can go get the coconut out the tree and all that. No, we ain't talking about those Venezuelans.
I actually think about it. I can't even think of any tourist attractions in Venezuela.
Well,
I can think Brazil, Colombia, Peru, but Venezuela doesn't even come up. It doesn't even
shit! I don't know.
It's down there. Ain't got good.
What country is that where they got that?
The Rio shit?
Brazil.
Yeah, that's
That's
Brazil? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I said.
That's what I was
Brazil.
thinking of.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said Brazil. I don't know, but nevertheless, it's still all the same area.
Right.
And then furthermore too, I was thinking about it. I was looking for more footage. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to see a thorough example of these things before I can really believe what Esau puts out there.
Right.
And I'm only seeing this one clip of this nigga with this yellow shirt on the phone and this nigga with this red shirt walking up to one door. As many Ring cameras as it is out there, I want to see more. Show me where niggas is really taking over all these different apartment complexes like y'all saying. Because I feel like they might just be doing another boogeyman. Because you know what they want. You know what essentially what they want. They want it to be Egyptian versus Egyptian.
Yeah.
And they got to create a boogeyman.
Yeah, and that could be true too. A lot, and that's what people are. They got the mixed, mixed feelings about. There's some people are saying it could be set up. Some people are saying it's not. It could be both.
Yeah.
Because the one podcaster went over there. He was on like a live footing, went over asking different people. Different people was like, well, I don't really know. I don't see nothing happening.
But they gave you actual complexes where this shit is going down. Go ahead.
But then they gave you the one dude though, right? The Jake, the cool, the hood type dude. You can tell.
Yeah.
So he's asking them all these different questions and stuff. You know how he played it. He played it like asking me different questions like the gang out here, this and that. Like, no, I don't want to talk about that. We not talking about that. And I'm like, see, he ain't stupid. He ain't one of those people when they see him on the news and say, oh, that was you, nigga, because he looked off with his head.
Right.
So that made me think was like, well, there is probably certain things taking place over there. I'm not sure how they're saying it is, but
The media could be over exaggerating it, or
now the owner of the complex did say his complex did get taken over.
Yeah,
Right, I believe that.
But
But then the question comes to who they messing with. Is they messing with other criminal elements? Because they'll run down next door to a fellow drug dealer
Yeah, for
or
sure.
a fellow crook. Who you gonna tell, nigga?
Yeah.
You already selling dope.
Yeah.
So we gonna come in, either we gonna take what you got or we gonna extort you.
Right.
So hey, who knows, bro?
And either way, and then I watched certain different other residents and different people around the area saying how at night they gotta put certain, like, basically barricade their doors and their windows and stuff. So I'm like, yo, that this whole thing is putting people on alert.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the regular average American citizen is gonna what? Of course, they gonna go get firearms if they can afford it.
Yep.
Now I don't know how true it is, but they said those a certain biker gang club said they was gonna go down there and deal with that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I saw
saying?
two different opinions. So I don't know if are you trying to just avoid saying the name of it or the
yeah.
HA,
Deal,
HA
double hockey sticks.
Yeah. So you got some people. You got one YouTuber that said it was gonna happen. Heavily tatted dude with a big beard. He's like, he seemed like a criminal element or used to be in that type of situation. He said they was gonna do it. But then you had a Jake who said, look, he said I fly colors. I got jacket. He said we ain't doing that. He said they ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, we ain't no Captain Savers.
Right.
He was like, nigga, does that make sense? Since when have these type of elements ever got involved in saving the common man?
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's really, it's really up in the air. It's like, who's putting this information out there?
Yeah, well, this is what the scripture talked about. This sedition going on.
Sedition,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but they're getting, I would say, I think they're being successful to get to
100%.
accomplish their goal, which is what? To make you want to get armed up.
Yep.
To put you up in arms, to look at these other elements as evil or wicked and as the potential enemies.
Yep.
It's working.
Yep.
Because even as a spiritual man, you gotta fight against certain thoughts. Like, nigga, if that was in my crib, what can you do but have a gun? 4 niggas walk up to your shit? You know? So we just, we be spiritual, but those thoughts do cross your carnal mind, you know?
Yeah, it's putting fear in some people, putting other people on highly alert, but then it's putting a patriotic American, the militia, diehard, putting them at like, man, we about to go what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because another Jake did make a point too. Jake was like, why the hell would a person with a badge allow this to take place when they're getting phone calls? They would say this is field day for them. So I said, whatever's furthering, you know what I'm saying, that the chaos that's all when it comes to this place. I'm all for it.
Yep.
However it comes. But go ahead, brother. You know.
Did you read Ephesians 5?
Yeah,
And that's just part.
it was
And see, that's just part of it because you got a lot of other American citizens pissed off too. And shit, I could say I'm a so-called American citizen, and I'm one of them pissed off too. Because how the hell you bring all, and not just the Venezuelans, how you bringing all these different people over here from other countries? And like I say, this ain't our shit. I don't give a damn about it, but we still want a piece of the pie. You're bringing all these people over here. Not only is they taking jobs, taking people's homes because they moving people out illegally. You giving them money,
Taking people's food
financially, food. You giving them financial for in the food, everything. But people over here is struggling to survive. That's another thing that's pissing Americans off. I'm even talking about your soccer moms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
your middle
situation
class, yeah.
situation happened where they said a group of Venezuelans trying to get on a school bus of kids. Yeah.
Wow.
Trying to get on a school bus of kids, and the parents was pissed off, and the school basically sent a memo to all the parents and said, look, if this happen again, just drive your kid to the next bus stop. If you don't feel safe, just drive your kid to school. Drive your kids to school?
What if I don't have
I
a
gotta
car?
go to work. If I don't get a car, I gotta go to work.
Oh my.
So now, but like you said, look, it's gonna pop.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop
Some point.
at some point.
Some people gonna say that. Hell
The
with
hell
it.
with that.
Yeah.
But you know, people, you know, they complain about how all these people are getting acquiring all these different things
Benefits.
without having to do nothing.
Yep.
While we tooth and nail, paycheck to paycheck, losing our mind. So that's another thing why people are pissed and looking at, you know, the other nation of people,
Right.
and like, you know what, fuck y'all.
My ass on.
Yeah.
Bro, the crazy part about it is this been going on though for years.
Years.
Remember how we always talk about the different Elamites and stuff that got these different gas stations and stuff like that where they've been getting funded for the longest the loans and all that stuff. But it's just now it's on a wider scale to where everybody's sitting like, hold up, like you said, we struggling, but yet they're getting all these different types of loans. The ones
But these ones ain't even
grants.
loans, these are grants
Like
just to
grants,
help
yeah,
them. Like,
just help,
they're
yeah,
just,
yeah, like,
they just breaking them off.
man.
Look,
You know, like $25,000,
Oh,
100K.
what the hell that is?
That's amazing. On the back there, that's amazing.
I got a precept. Second Edges 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah, see, this is coming dealing with those perilous times. Why people are going to have swords in their hands for various different reasons. Some to protect themselves, so they're going to be on defense. Some to go on the offense, because they're going to be the ones purging or what's they call it, looting, you know, scavenging, if you will. Right? You're going to have people doing that. You know, people going to be being deleted behind, you know, your skin color or your nationality, or they want something to eat, whatever the case may be. That's why people will be standing up fighting with swords in their hands. With your sword is your whatever weapon you can get your hand on, you can consider a sword. You know?
Yep, that's right. I got a precept. It's basically the one you called for earlier.
I mean, there's some more between all
yeah,
three.
yeah,
Y'all can, you know what I'm saying?
For there shall be sedition among men.
That's what we talking about. We're talking about the sedition. Sedition is an uprising of the people. And the people are about to be in a complete uprising. And they say they're really leading all this stuff, preparing all this stuff for this whole election that's coming up. And people have been talking about how, you know, whether who gets picked, it's going
One way or the
down.
other is going down.
It's going
It
down.
don't matter which one.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, they got an answer to those elites.
Yes. Yep.
All right? And invading one another.
Right.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yes, the authority ain't gonna have no control. Right? They already outnumbered, you know? So they ain't gonna really have too much control. People are gonna be doing whatever they fit, when the might is in their hand, that's how they're gonna operate.
Yep. Yeah, kind. And so, like, the reason I want to read this too, because from the time I seen that video, where somebody was replying to the video, it was snippets being played, But the one, he looked like Esau, but he might be Jacob, whatever. All them tattoos. Is that who you seen with all the tats all up his neck, and he got this long beard? He look like an Edomite.
I don't think it was him.
So I seen his video, and basically when he was talking, he was bigging it up about the HA coming down and doing this and doing that. And he said, basically he said something to the effect of, the course of their action is going to stand in their power. They're not going to worry about the laws. And he was like, look, when we come, we ain't going to give a fuck about the laws. We ain't going to give a fuck about hiding evidence. We ain't going to care about none of that. We're going to do what we got to do, and we going to lead.
Yeah, and a lot of them are ex-military personnel.
Yep. He said, look, I'm not telling you Venezuelans, you might want to dip. Because once you cross that line, we coming for you. And we ain't going to care what we do.
Now,
You know? And so, regard kings, and like you said, the course of their actions stand in their power. Whatever they got the power to do, if you can't meet them with that same force, you done for.
now, one of the things that did stand out was he asked him. He said, you know, how many people are usually in this area? Not how many people in this area, but like, you know, what kind of race of people, so to speak. And he said, well, a lot of those people in that kind of vicinity of those complexes are Venezuelan. So I said,
That don't make no sense.
that don't make no sense. And so why would the Hell's Angels even attempt to do that?
There you go.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. What they going over there to save other Venezuelans for?
Come on now.
It don't make no sense.
That make no sense.
When the majority of the people in that particular group
Or
is Edomites.
yeah, right.
I think I seen one brown person in all the clips that I seen of the HA. I seen one that looked a little bit like he was on, you know, light brown. And then, you know, hey, I don't know. It could have been a J, but a lot of them look like E to me. You see?
Facts.
So what? Since when? Hey man, you know they basically operating like a prison gang outside of prison. When you in prison, everybody, it's all about your race. Everybody segregates based off of race. Esau ride with Esau. Judah ride with Judah.
Yep.
Ephraim ride with Ephraim. They all separate.
Yeah.
You see, unless maybe religion might. You got the Muslims, they run together. You know, and things like that, and maybe they might let somebody that's another race into the Muslim. I don't know. But you know, I ain't been to prison like that to know. Right. I ain't been to prison like that to know, but I've done enough research to know this is how it typically operates. So these people, they ain't running looking for you. They want fellow Aryans.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's who they down for. And then outside of that, if you ain't a law-abiding citizen and you are against them as a group, then they also against you.
They want the pure
Furthermore,
blood.
Your blood, yeah.
Pure blood.
and people that's like-minded.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Perilous times. Yeah, evil times, dangerous times. You know, peril. I mean, you could probably look that word up through the spirit, that word peril. You know, but that goes into dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Okay? When you think of peril, that's like a strong word, man.
Trouble.
You know, that's like, you know, what do it say? Tupac got a song. I see death around the corner. You know?
Yeah.
This is perilous in the etymology dictionary. It says from the 13th century, full of danger, risky, involving exposure to death,
There you go.
destruction, or injury. It says also spiritually dangerous.
Yeah,
Right?
You know, there's a depiction that's given in the book of 2nd Ezra, I think it's chapter 7, if my brother can correct me, where it talks about this pathway.
7 and 13.
So there you go, 7 and 13, where you got to walk through in order to get to the kingdom. Okay, spiritually it's letting you know. There's fire on the one side and water on the other side. But if you don't go through this, you can't make it into that kingdom. Well, hey man, we getting that road is getting narrower and narrower.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And if you look at get the imagery, it's death on both sides.
Yep.
And now you can't go to the left or the right. Go ahead.
Facts.
That's why it's called the path of difficulty.
Yeah.
Now in that location, that's like Aurora, Colorado. Well, now you got more. Now you got another situation, and
I think New York had something. And Plano.
when we talking about Chicago, this one is
Chicago.
Chicago. See, now I'm pretty sure we start looking up, we'll probably find it all.
I seen the
But
one in
what in Chicago is about to be a problem.
They start
Cause they're like, yo, like I seen the one
heard
dude.
about it.
The one dude was like, yo, he says, y'all gangs better start clicking up and stopping that beef shit. Then like because we about to end up being against migrants, these Venezuelans that's here, that's about to come against us.
Yep.
On top of that, you had a situation, you know, with another individual, basically a man of color. He got unalived by one of those migrants. So his crew tried to go turn around and go, you know, deal with that situation.
Trying to spin the block.
Get back, which they try to get back, which they end up getting locked up though in the process of doing that. But the point being is, it's showing that that division that's about to erupt of blacks versus Venezuela, and on top of the land though, but it's like, yo, that's family.
Yep.
See that? But see, what E doing is what E is doing. What conquer and divide. But Jake don't be knowing that's their people. No, that shit for the majority, for the most part. That's your people.
Israelites.
Yeah, these are all Israelites. You know.
Yep. We talking about what you doing, man.
Yeah. What's that? Colombia and Uruguay? Let's see the Venezuela.
It might be Asher.
It's Asher.
Asher.
Yeah, Asher is all the indigenous people of South America except for Argentina and Chile.
Yep.
Argentina and Chile are nationalized.
Yep.
That's basically the whole of
South America.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like 85, 90% of it. Right.
And they crazy as hell too.
You know about that? So did you hear about also what happened in Chicago as well? They were saying that they're finding young women in the dumpsters.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah.
They was like we know this ain't us. It's them doing that shit.
Oh,
Like,
for real?
they're
He
finding-
had an interview. I think DJ Glad had an interview with somebody that was wearing a shiesty.
Yeah.
Basically, he was like, "What's going on? You know, what's going on up there, man, with the Venezuelans? Y'all having any trouble?" He said, basically, they out here doing some nut shit. Shit that normally you wouldn't see. And that was one of them. Young women being found in
Talking
dumpsters.
about the dark, like Judah.
Unalived, just women just being found unalived in the dumpsters.
Oh yeah,
He ain't really specify, but you know that ain't really a Jake Judah thing. Just dump a woman in a dumpster, you know.
But
When you get down there,
That's Northern
they get
Kingdom.
crazy shit.
yeah, that's some Northern Kingdom shit.
Chop your ass up.
Northern Kingdom a different type of crazy than JC. Jake is a right around a car full of niggas, you know, four deep, you know what I'm saying? 2 Glocks with 50 round clips and 2 AKs with 50 round clips. See, Jake crazy like that.
Spray the block up.
Spray the block up crazy, you know what I'm saying? Edomites is movie theaters, school crazy. We get in that too.
Right.
Edomite, the schools and churches and
Workplace.
workplace type
Fired
of
this nigga.
shoot 'em up, bang bang. That's that Edomite shit. But the Northern Kingdom, oh, them niggas are different crazy, bro. They chop your head off, send it to your relatives.
It's almost the same though, because you got Benjamin and Levi.
Oh,
that
yeah,
do
yeah,
that
they
too.
crazy
They
as hell, too.
They crazy.
Yeah.
You got them not do that a lot too.
But you gotta look at it spiritually. You know, hate.
It's Levi and Simeon. They right there.
Don't
come into
They right the Haitians on the same eye.
Yeah.
And they love them machetes.
Oh, the Dominicans and the
Haitians.
Haitians. Hey, pull that up. Pull that scripture up, bro.
They'll wrap the flag around it.
Habitations of cruelty is in there.
They crazy.
They crazy.
Oh yeah, read that. So yeah.
So just spiritually, you know, that's them Haitians, boy.
Bro, that's why I'm like, it's the same for us, just it's all different types of crazies.
And when you deal with certain Haitians, they'll tell you certain places in their hometown where they say at night,
Don't
go outside.
Don't go outside.
yeah, they said it could be dark as hell. They said don't go outside.
Oh, it be dark as shit in Caribbean.
But they said you get unalive for even being outside in the dark.
Yeah, just snatch your ass up and sacrifice.
Bro, it's crazy. Read that though, Bubba Shaw.
Me grab it.
But yeah, so there's a lot of different things happening around the world.
Yep.
You know, or not around the world, but you know what I'm saying. What's happening here? The things that we mentioned it. You know, things that are significant. You know, because see these different things that we're talking about, it's about to be at an alarming rate very soon.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be uncontrollable. You know, it's gonna be uncontrollable.
Then, so like you got all that going on. Then you got the recent school shooting.
Oh, we didn't even get to that. We gonna jump to that.
There was
another
2 of
thing,
them, I think, too.
I think in the Dallas situation,
Yeah,
or
one today.
another
Yeah.
situation with going back to the Venezuelan thing,
Yeah.
they called and they didn't get response till an hour later. So that shows you, hey, and them niggas ain't, them Venezuelans not stupid.
No, hell
All
no.
right, they're gonna realize, okay, there's not a heavy police presence. We got time to do these things.
Yeah.
You know, so it's definitely gonna get worse.
That nigga had a rifle with a scope on it.
With a scope.
he would pick one of them off, man. Boy.
He taking a couple with him.
People from law enforcement, I ain't got time for that shit. I'm out of here.
All they got is a Glock 17
They
and
got
some
military
tasers.
police.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you better send somebody else.
Send somebody, but you know, somebody made a point. The place in Dallas, but I think it's in Plano, based off of the street.
in Colorado.
Oh,
Which
I'm
one we
telling you,
talking
there's one also in Dallas.
Oh, I was talking about the one in Aurora,
that's being taken
Colorado.
over. There's some low-income apartment. I know
Okay.
that I used to work in that little strip. When I seen the street, I said, "Oh, that's over there by that little train station."
Okay.
So it's like up in the Plano area, like between Garland and Plano, and they took over some low-income housing over there.
Right.
And basically, yeah, man, it's the same shit. Like, you know, niggas gonna take over.
They're taking over.
You gotta think about that area. They're not gonna send nobody down there because they don't care about Jake down there.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, they don't care about
That's
Jake
what I was
up
gonna
there.
say.
So it's like, why would we waste our time? Let them pick each other off.
Somebody used an example of saying like something else happened. They sent the National Guard. They sent all these different things. Why they ain't sending? This is really happening in the U.S. Why they not sending more force down there?
Yeah.
They don't care about Jacob.
They don't care.
Like Kanye said, he doesn't care about black people.
He doesn't care about black
George
people.
Bush doesn't care about black people. None
Bro,
of these motherfuckers don't care about you.
they want you to go low.
Genesis,
Yeah, right.
Genesis 49 and 5. It says Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Right, so we talked about Simeon. Simeon being the Dominicans, and then Levi being the so-called Haitians. Right? So, go ahead, Salakia.
Right. It says instruments of cruelty are in their habitation.
Uh-huh.
It says, "O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, my honor be not thou united."
All right, so so when you go to even their instruments of cruelty, right? Both of those crazy tribes, right? All the tribes are crazy, but I'm about to go into their craziness. Both of those crazy tribes are into heavy witchcraft, right? So the Haitians deal with voodoo. They're big on the voodoo, right? And then you got who's that? What's his name? Simeon or the Dominicans.
Yeah.
They in what is it?
Santeria.
Ain't that
Brujeria.
Yep.
when they celebrate the dead, right? Ain't that what that is?
Oh, that's
that's
Issachar.
Issachar.
Yeah.
But it's it's basically hand
Talking
in
about
hand.
the
So what is the sentiment?
Santeria is like
It's some crazy.
they worship. It's like a deity they worship, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the woman,
And
right?
then, like you said, Bruja is a witch.
He's talking about like the
It's a-
different type of magic, because you know voodoo. That's what
I
Levi
believe,
do.
right. I believe
That's
they try
another
to say
word
that Santeria is like it's good magic. That's why they wear the white and stuff.
Santa, but that it's okay. Here it goes. It's
Yeah,
crazy,
you want
crazy.
It's all
It says,
kinds of-
so this is what they do when you see them functions. It says, most believers have a Santa Maria figurine in their homes, which they decorate, dress, talk, and pray to. An important member of their family, right? That's the function that they do of it. It says it's supposedly a popular saint who represents the inevitability of death, provides protection, aid to her believers, and assist her worshipers in their transition to death.
Oh, that's like in that flood.
Well, she
Remember
basically
Shorty
was
was
the goddess
carrying
of death.
Yeah, basically.
It says, for his religion, it says often shortened to Santa Muerte, is a new religious movement, female deity, folk Catholic saint, and folk saint in the Mexican folk Catholicism and neo-paganism.
It's often shortened to what? Can I read that part?
Yeah,
Where it says?
folk Catholics.
Catholicism.
No,
Santa Muerte, which is Saint Death.
Santa
Saint Death. He was right. They worship death.
So when you go into the actual word Santeria,
Santa Muerte.
it means way of saints, but it's it's backwards. You know.
Death go.
That's crazy.
Madness.
Yeah, well, like the scriptures say, Ephraim is joined unto
So,
idols.
yeah.
Like literally, they got shrines in their house and they worshiping fucking figurines.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that video you posted, bro? That lady, she was walking in the flood with the statue. The whole statue. The water was up here. She was carrying it like.
Yeah, in Florida, right? The jet was so heavy down there. I'm talking about the Latin tribes. You know, big oil.
Oh yeah, my baby.
Man, they vehicles. You know how everybody. I know y'all remember the neon lights under the cars. They would have the little symbol of the shorty. What's her name? Mother Mary. They would have her. They different vehicles would have the different vehicles would have the decals of her, or the candles. She be everywhere, bro.
They basically worshiping
Mary.
Not Mary.
Astarte.
Yeah, Astarte.
Astaroth.
Astaroth.
Yeah, Astaroth.
Astaroth. The
Yeah.
same deity.
Same deity,
But they tell
different
you, oh
name.
no, that's something.
Yeah.
No.
And the Bible never told
Worshiping,
you to worship Mary. You know, you got this thing in the Catholicism. Oh, Mary, Mother of God.
Yeah.
You know, what they call their prayer, doing they Hail Marys. Come on, man, that ain't in the Bible, man. You know, when they approach Yahweh Shai, okay, which is the son of the Most High, Yahweh, what did he say? He was like, look, your mama's out there. He was like, nigga,
exactly.
my people is right here. His mama, like, you know, hey, I'm extrapolating, but his mama, she was used for her purpose, but she wasn't a key factor in doing the will of the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It didn't talk about Mary's works. All she did was had a baby.
Yep.
She was blessed of women to have the son of the Most High, and that's all you hear about her. You know, after that she started getting rebuked. Hey, mama, what you looking for me for? Look, it's my time now. I'm in this in here teaching because when they got authority, okay? So what you looking for me for? You know, I ain't under you no more. I'm 12. I'm an adult now. I'm out here doing what a man supposed to do.
And I think the next time you only heard of Mary, if I'm not mistaken, is when she was with Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
Going to go see the Lord, or walking and see the
the cave.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was like the next
Time
The next time she was
Right.
mentioned, yeah.
Right.
So, you know, she wasn't
Crazy.
She wasn't held in regard for you to be the father, the son.
Yeah, no,
Mary.
hell
You
no.
throwing holy water on the statue of Mary and shit.
Right.
Niggas
Yeah,
is bugged out.
Esau.
That's Esau, bro.
And further to show you that these things was used to tie in paganism, look what the bro just read.
Yeah.
That's a form of Catholicism.
Yeah,
Worshiping
yeah.
Saint Muerte.
Yeah.
It literally said Catholicism right there.
The etymology. Get the word for Catholic.
Yeah. It says, it says in a folk saint in Mexican folk Catholicism.
See?
Yeah.
Mexican folk Catholicism.
In neo-paganism.
And neo-paganism.
Yep.
So, you know, we go back to who was heavy in tying all that in. Constantine, right?
Check this out. What else it say? Check this out. It says, some experts say its roots lie with Aztec spiritual rituals that mixed with Catholicism during Spanish colonial rule.
And it's funny you mentioned that. Because a lot of the things that they do, what can it be tied back to? I heard in my mind through the spirit earlier. We was talking about how Northern Kingdom do. The movie came to mind, Apocalypto.
Ooh,
Yep.
That displays how some of them Aztecs would have done you during those times, scalping you and cutting you up. And,
Man,
you
Jake
know,
went all the way.
shrunken heads.
Because originally, when it talks about John, where Zebulon would be with Issachar and they would worship on the mountain, that's originally what they were doing. They were doing righteous sacrifices, and then they went far left.
He started worshiping the sun and shit.
Opened up his gut, chopped his head,
crazy.
falling down the steps and shit.
Take his head, roll it down the damn mountain.
He sacrificed
Oh,
these shit.
man.
Niggas is wild.
I got the word Catholic in the etymology. It's mid 14th century. It says of the doctrines of the ancient church before the East and West schism. It says literally universally accepted from French Catholic. It says universal, general, and that's pretty much it.
There you go. So universal meaning all things is
One world government.
yeah. All things is accepted. Like you mentioned during the time of the Byzantine Empire with Constantine, right? It was worshiping, it was accepting people that had all these different pagan worships because he was worshiping all these different deities himself. But they had like they kind of integrated, like, you know, scripture talk about what cunningly devised fables. You know, how they, you know, the different things of what Jake believe in hell and this and that, and then they'll say, oh yeah, well they'll misinterpret certain scriptures, and you can see how they cunningly devise that fable to get Jake tripped up. So that, you know, that all that pagan stuff with the Catholicism.
Now the thing is, within all that, there's always an idol tied to these different things at all times. Always an idol, right? And I'll read this so you can jump to that. The book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 4 says, "For Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens."
That's right. You know, they're all idols, and the Most High made the heavens. You know, and I really like it when the scriptures get into detail about how useless these deities is. You know, he must, when it talks about these different things, even talking about the tree, you know, he must needs be born. You see, they cannot eat. You know, it talked about how the women come and they steal the clothes off of them. You know, the people come and they steal the food out from in front of it. You know, they need to be dusted off. You know what I'm saying? I think all these is in the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, the Lord is roasting these niggas. You know, you think if the Lord wanted to, the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, any physical representation he had, it don't need you. You know, remember when it was about to fall over, and the dude thought he was doing something trying to save it, and the Lord killed him.
Yeah. You talking about the ark?
Yeah, basically he had a lack of faith. You think the Lord gonna actually let the thing fall?
Yeah, he wasn't qualified to even touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Lord.
Everything happens through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We look at it, we like, damn, that's cruel. That's crucial. Right, Lord took him out just for, you know, he had good intentions, right?
Yeah, right.
But really,
he was being
everything
obedient.
happens through the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord made it look like it was gonna fall. We don't know the rest of the story of how he was gonna save it.
That's crazy.
Remember how we was talking about it before? I remember last time we talked. It was probably just like an instinct. Like, oh no,
It's an instinct, bro. It's the ark, like, oh.
But the Lord said, if you ain't qualified to touch it, don't touch it.
So we don't know. We don't know the story of how the Lord would have, you know, magic. You know, I ain't gonna say magically, but would have mysteriously made it not fall because we got the story of how somebody didn't trust that and grabbed it.
It's like your phone about to fall out your hand.
You go, oh yeah.
It's an instinct.
Because you know the value to it, but again, you didn't trust in the Lord. The Lord said, "Don't touch it if you wasn't ordained to touch this, do not touch it."
Yeah, the elder Mawat Zak did a video, I think about a week and a half ago, where he was going into that situation and how there was like some type of energy that came out.
Took him out.
Because he got taken out right there.
Man.
Now, we need to finish this definition.
Yeah, the definition of Catholic. It says medieval Latin Catholics was practically synonymous with Christianness and meant constituting and conforming to the church, its faith and organization, as opposed to local sects or heresies. It says.
So in that particular instance of the word being used, it could be like, you know, it's the universal what's supposed to be accepted. You have that today.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where there's this universal understanding of the scriptures that's supposed to be accepted, and everything outside of that is a heresy. Okay, when we know the generally accepted things are 95%, if not more, incorrect. You know, except for the very basic, simple things that you can interpret. A lot of that stuff is wrong. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
It says.
This next one's gonna really get you.
Yeah, it says with capital C, it was applied by Protestants to the church in Rome by circa 1554. After the Reformation began in England, the general sense of embracing all universal in English is from 1550s. The meaning, not narrow-minded or bigoted, is from 1580s. The Latin word was rendered in Old English as, I don't know.
Whatever the hell that is. But basically this was used to usher in paganism and paganistic ideas.
Yep.
Don't be so narrow-minded. We're going to embrace all.
Right.
And that's what Constantine did. He incorporated certain practices of paganism into so-called Christian rites to make the pagans more comfortable with conforming to the Christian tenets. You see?
That's
and
what
they
I'm
didn't
saying.
get rid of a lot of it.
That's what I was saying. That's when you get a lot of those different fables, because they have a belief, those pagan beliefs that they were believing in. Those fables those fables are like devised so that they can draw them in. Oh, it sounds similar to
This just sound like we were washing the potatoes last week. Yeah, we can do that again.
Yeah, that sound like
hey, we just calling this something
like
else.
Yeah. It's kind of similar too for when the Esau came over here and they brought the Christian or the Bible or the Christianity, but Jacob were already had that in their spirit. They already knew about
using the scriptures.
certain things. They was just calling the Lord different names, So it made sense. That's similar to it. Even though the Bible is our book, but Jake got swayed and lied to by this devil using our own book.
Yeah, and a lot of the time was easier too because, like we always like to bring out, there was a lot of Gentiles of the nation of Israel at this time who had been taken away from certain things. There's a reason why Paul spoke about it, if I'm not mistaken, it was Paul. Them that do the things of the law outside of the law become a law unto themselves. But why were they doing some of these things that was, first of all, because the Spirit resonates with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High, but secondly, because a lot of these customs that aren't easily broken. You know what I'm saying? Even though they had a time to maybe get away from the actual, there will be certain things that you're just gonna do on instinct, not even instinct, out of habit. You out of habit, you're gonna discourage sodomy. Out of habit, you're gonna maybe not eat blood in your meat. You know what I'm saying? Certain things like that, where it's like that's stuck. You see? That's stuck with them. And so when you read that Bible and they say, "Oh, the life is in the blood. Don't partake of the blood." Oh, I can get with that. I already don't eat no rare meat. Oh, don't be a Sodom. I can get with that. My daddy already didn't like that. And so it was easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was easier for Jake to kind of slide into some of these things and be drawn to it because they was already like, I already don't rock with that type of shit.
Yeah, it wasn't. Right.
Around that time, the Hellenization was still in a big factor too. Jake being Hellenized.
Yeah, well, see, we're dealing with Hellenization. That's what kind of won a lot of them different jakes over through a period of time.
Yeah.
It was either fear and just through like a generational thing
Just
of
growing
not
up
being
in it.
taught after a while.
Yep.
But of course, you always had your ones that basically stood stiffly for the word.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or basically for the fear of the Lord. As when you go to like the mother with her 7 sons, that was a great example in the story to show their faith. But there was other people that basically perished behind the faith or their traditions and they're really their fear of the Lord. When you read the first book of Maccabees, it tells you, these people didn't fear, it was killing them because they was trying to keep the commandments, or they died for keeping the commandments, whatever the case may be. That happened. Like the women that was like, the hell was you talking about? I'm circumcising my child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all right, what we got? You done with that one?
Yeah.
All right, who was you at, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, they was waiting. They was waiting. But they was waiting. But you see, he's fun been quick. Man. There's a lot of chaos down there. But what was you at, bro?
Like I had a quick precept for what we was talking about earlier.
Okay.
With the Lord Yahweh Shah, because the Northern Kingdom, the Catholics, which it all goes back to that Trinity worship with Tammuz, Nimrod, and Semiramis.
Okay.
That's really what Jake be worshiping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even going to Nimrod with the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm. And that's which also ties into that is the what you call it, the karma Johain, right? Which is what was added into the scriptures to try and say that there's a Trinity, that the Most High is three different is three entities.
You go badass niggas everywhere.
Yeah, let's get close to 11.
Goddamn brute beast, man.
Let's jump back to the perilous times. Huh?
Let me get it again.
It's everywhere. God damn.
It's later than we normally be out.
Yeah, it is. It's their time, man. It's good,
I'll read it again. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
That's right.
This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yeah.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Right, so let's let us know because we are in the last days. People can feel it.
Yep.
Not only feel it, you can see it. You know, you got these what's the one dude? The different dude, basketball player that played for the Pistons. They played the Pistons, I think. I think he played for the Pistons. I think his last name was Abby or something. Whatever the case be, I ain't never seen nobody give him a pan on and say, you know what? I just want to let y'all know Jesus is coming back. Stop looking at the screen. But you know, but I understand what he's saying. So it's like, you know, of course you throw out the name automatically, but I understand what he's saying.
Right.
He got on a podium on a big stage, because you know they make you talk, sit down after the game or whatever. They make you talk to say, yeah, you know what? The Lord is coming back. Repent.
Yep.
I'm sitting like, you know, you about to get an earful. Cause then, like, nigga, you can't come here say pushing your
religious views.
Your religious views.
You're not supposed to say that.
Nigga. But I'm like, he jumped on to say that.
Yep.
A lot of people are using their platform in these times to speak about things on a higher vibration or more in the spirit of what times we're entering into. I seen Carlos Miller, it was either Carlos Miller the other day speaking about things speaking about vibrations and stones and different things, and just speaking of a higher mentality. You know, he's been around DC. DC know he is Israelite. So
DC already.
you done heard some of these things.
DC already probably put them on.
Yeah, DC had to put him on a certain
And they
thing.
nudged it off.
DC don't playing games.
Yeah, of course they playing games. But you know, like I said, certain people is just saying different things.
Yeah, but enough where that information is out there.
This guy, he's an animator. I forget, I don't remember his name, but I checked. The last short, I said it last week. I checked this channel yesterday or today or something. Yeah. The last video he did was the one where he mentioned the name of Yahweh. That's the last video he posted. So who knows? Maybe the Lord had him. Yeah, in a cartoon, he does the animations. And what was said was this about this Sun Wukong. This is a new game called Sun Wukong, whatever. It's a video game. So anyway, the nigga was like, whatever, nigga, you my son. You was made in my image. He said, made in your image. What you think you Yahweh? And he said that twice. And that's the last video he made. The last short, it's been like almost a month now. And so maybe he repented, and now but that's the last thing on his channel of so many hundreds of subscribers that got to be seen, was him making that statement.
Yeah, well,
you Yahweh, somebody talking about made in my image.
Well, you know that. Well, you know what? That information. The information out there, you know, even within the comical videos of y'all scoffers and that's in there too.
Yep.
Scoffers? Yeah. Go ahead.
Like that shorty.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's why I said that. Go ahead.
Verse 2, it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves."
Hey, that's why you got to see all these different individuals, you know, always talking about me, getting tattoos of themselves, getting chains of themselves. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all that so high-minded? But that's what Jake be on. Go ahead.
Covetous, boasters,
Right?
proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors.
All these different things, all these different, you know, words that the brother is reading. You see this is all heightened. You know? There's not no true or genuine agreement amongst people. That's why it calls a lot of people what? Truth breakers. You know? And all the other different things that the brother had mentioned. It's at an alarming rate. Right, go ahead.
It says traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High.
Lovers of all the different desires that make them feel good or whatever the case may be. They love that more than the Most High. That's why all these people are doing all these different things. Because it's all about them. Even when you think about, let's say, because you have a lot of men too, but let's just say it's more. You see more, dealing with the woman. Woman talking about how she's just naturally beautiful, right? She's herself, right? She's how the woman get, but then well, why you do that to your body? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you inject your chest area, or why you inject your buttock area, or why you mess up your lips, and why you start changing your different your looks, your natural born looks. If you would you really love yourself,
Yeah.
right? Or you love how you was created. No, you full of shit, right? Oh, but now you can smile more in the mirror, huh?
You
Come
feel
on
better
now.
about
You
yourself?
feel better about yourself now.
Right. But that's not yourself.
So that gave you confidence. Yeah, that's not yourself. And now a person is not going to want you for yourself. No. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
You see? And then when you get the result, now you mad at everybody else because you don't like the result you got.
Being objectified.
Yeah, you're being objectified, but I mean, come on, man. Things.
Look what you enhanced. Basically you reaping what you sow.
But
You put
yeah.
time and effort into your physical aspect, and now you're mad that you look like a piece of meat.
And you would think things would be common sense, but it's not. But you know what? Even though I'll say go back to the curses, we always can say the curses, but after that, who else is to blame? When you go down through the rabbit hole, it's Esau. Because Esau's the one that pushed us to have a lack of confidence in ourselves, to hate ourselves. This and that. Oh, we could pull up all the string of things. You go down the rabbit hole, it's the devil.
Yeah, he's the implementer of a lot of the curses.
People don't understand that. It's like, oh, these niggas just want to blame the what? Yeah, we could blame the devil. You know what I'm saying? Now we at the point at the information age where, it's like, all right, we should know better. We should try to do this and do that. But, bro, we coming from psychological warfare out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a reason why motherfuckers gotta go to Brazil, and it's called a Brazilian butt lift. It ain't an American butt lift. The motherfucker ain't a goddamn Bahamas butt lift. The bitch is a Brazilian butt lift. Why? Because you gotta go to Brazil to get the bitch. Now I don't know if they do them here.
Yeah, they do.
But I'm just saying,
Miami.
it's probably a whole different process. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, the point is that there's certain places that Esau has the power to limit things that are bad for your health. You go to Canada, you can't order certain food. Most of the shit we can get here is banned in other places.
Even here, yeah.
Yeah, why? Because this devil knows he can control that.
Yeah.
Because it's really his duty to stop things that are detrimental to society. But he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
You think Red 40 gonna stop being in your food? Fuck no.
They addressed it. That mean
They
they gonna
addressed
stop putting
it,
it in
yeah.
there.
He gonna stop putting
Nigga,
Chanel beetles in your food? No.
Nigga, that shit supposed to get took off the shelves immediately.
ASAP.
You know what I'm saying?
They said 2025.
Yeah. You
26.
gonna give us a whole nother year and a half to eat this shit?
We want everybody to eat it up.
You know what I'm saying?
And when you want to make, companies want to make that money.
Yeah. Nigga, hot Cheetos, they gonna be red no more.
Niggas talking about order's your choice. Nigga, you put the shit in everything. You know what I'm saying? You put it in everything.
He said shit you don't even gotta be in. You're like, man, this got 40 in it?
Right,
Yeah, nigga.
you know?
Cut out. Continuing on, it says, verse 5, it says, I'll read verse 4 again. It says, traitors, heady, high-minded,
Yep.
lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High,
Right.
having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Yeah, you see? There's all these so-called Christian people out there. You know? All these individuals. Even if I heard of the little situation that's happened with they talk about this movie, right? Called Deliverance. The director was Lee Daniels.
Oh, yeah,
And everybody was talking about, I ain't watching that shit. Everybody talking about how they was having demonic attacks behind that movie.
Yep.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and they told him to take it down.
You ain't get
Like
back down
uproar.
a bit.
No, I just
Tripping.
seen a trailer, but I didn't
bro.
I didn't look into
They
it.
said
Bro.
people was having demonic attacks behind it. They had to have a pastor or a priest on site at the movie. They said people was getting sick. I don't know if the dog died or not.
At the movie.
But no, not at the movie.
Oh, I like at the
on site as they're directing the movie.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, because
they conjure up some
Yeah,
bad
bro,
shit.
doing a bunch of
Yeah, they
witchcraft.
conjure
You know
up
what I'm
demons,
saying?
Yeah, at the end. Hollywood.
No, that's facts. Even they even got certain TV shows. Like there's this show out there. I forget what the name of this motherfucker is. They play it innocent. Every time I see the trailer to the show, it make me think I could probably watch that. It's not as scary. But just because it ain't as scary, don't mean they ain't still can't put demons on it.
Yeah.
Because after I watched it, I had an attack, and I'm like, I ain't watching shit. But while you watching the show, it don't seem as bad. You know, like literally the clip is this Edomite looking lady walks up to this supposed to be a demon, and she starts like grabbing his ear. Oh, you so cute, whatever. Then she walks away from him, and I'm like, oh damn, they clowning these niggas for real, but no, for real, they conjuring demons up. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Everything is spiritual.
Right.
Yeah. But that's why I like how whenever remember we talked about how when certain actors play certain roles, they got to go to therapy and all that shit.
Bro.
They be having all them damn demons on them,
Yeah.
channeling them different demons and shit.
Yeah, because you basically become that person.
Yep.
Right. Go ahead.
That's why Johnny Depp said he don't recognize himself in his films.
Right.
Yeah, yesterday I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, bro. So you just basically gotta avoid this shit.
He said that's him. He takes over.
I'm glad I never seen that shit.
But
But they did have an uproar. They did have an uproar of
I'm glad y'all said
saying take that shit down. Motherfucking normal people was on there like, nah, nigga, you gotta remove this from Netflix. I think that's
what I mostly seen was Jake like clowning the one part whenever the little Edomite lady was saying
Some people say it's boring, but some people was like, nigga, you got to take that.
He
shit
said
down.
he said he had it on. He said he had it on deck since 2009.
Oh, so
That's the reason why he want to pull it out. The Deliverance.
Oh wow.
I said I ain't watching this shit.
Yeah,
Hell,
I ain't
That shit.
I be tripping already. I ain't trying to watch this shit.
Facts. Already get the goosebumps and shit, man.
Yeah, I ain't watching that shit. Good, bro.
Good. Verse 6 in 2 Timothy 3, it says, "For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth."
Yeah, a lot of that going on. That's why you see in amongst these different congregations, you got a whole bunch of women. You think we just don't want women to come into the faith? No, that's not the issue. We would love for women to come into the faith, and you know what I'm saying? You know, do what they be in their right man and do what they supposed to do. That's dope.
Yep.
Cause first of all, there's more than y'all out there than us. Not for teachers and preachers or prophets, but I'm talking about just women in general, right? Population. You know, but y'all are in so many of these different doctrines, you know, of religions, even different Israelite groups, because y'all are so easy to be led astray. That's why y'all are so easy to get manipulated. You know, but when y'all say that, it's just like, oh, you trying to talk down on us? No. We are talking about real facts, and until you understand this, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
We're just being honest.
Think about it. You got a lot of lonely N-dubs out there. So when IUI see you, you come here, you get married.
Yeah.
They gonna eat that up. I'm joining IUIC.
Like 1 minute y'all want to be like Yvette.
There you go.
Yvette told Jody. She said, "Tell me the truth, Jody." She said, "You don't want to know the truth, cause y'all really don't." You know?
That's facts. Yeah, because at the end of the day, like the bro said, and like the truth is, a lot of women get caught up on things that ain't that important.
Yeah.
You want to be, you know, and we got men that get in that same spirit too. Yeah. They got to get rebuked and told, look, this ain't a chicken eating party. This ain't necessary. Look, it's the scriptures tell you, it says, rather than a friend, become not an enemy.
Yeah.
Okay, so even in this truth, everybody's not going to be your friend. Okay, we got the brotherhood, but we do things out of brotherly love. But it ain't all about just, oh, we friends and buddies and pals, and you know what I'm saying? We might link up in this and that, but really, what is it all about? Everybody working out their salvation in fear and trembling, their own salvation. You see? Because sometimes you can get into this mode where you depend so much on this relationship and that relationship that you think that person can save you. They might save you. The Lord, you got to go on your own merits, like the apostles say. I watch the apostles. That's enough. No, nigga, you got to do your own works. You got to fight your own battle. You got your own test you got to pass.
Yeah.
And brothers ain't going to always be able to help you pass that test. You see? Yeah, we're going to help you as much as possible. But at the end of the day, the Lord done told you what to do. And like the scripture say, if you part of the elect, he ain't going to test you above that which you are able to handle. Right? So you gotta focus on that. And a lot of women be on this friendship tip. You know, with being friendly. I want a woman to go congregate and talk with and have and fucking knit and whatever else, gossip or whatever else y'all want to do.
Yeah.
It ain't about that, man. It's about salvation. So when the bro said it's beautiful woman, you can still come into the faith without having to meet somebody every week.
Yeah.
Remember that woman came up to us during the high holy day, whatever it was, and gonna say, where can I go keep the Pesach at? Do you have a building I can go keep the Pesach? If you don't go home and make you some lamb, read Exodus 12, and go sit your ass down somewhere. You see them? Is it 12 or 20?
Yeah, 12. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Go sit your pray, understand the spiritual, and go sit your ass down. You don't need no congregation. Because the congregations lead you down that line of folly, man. You see now as far as
I read something.
let me take that with a grain of salt. But you women, as the apostles have said, y'all bring adultery and confusion. Okay, men, it's on the men and the women. Because the women come in and the women is fine, the men get weak, and now there's adultery.
Well, yeah. You basically you create opportunity for temptation.
Right.
Distraction.
And the only way it can really be done is with a rod of iron.
Yeah.
You really got to shut the fuck up when somebody tell you to shut the fuck up. And you can't be all offended and gossiping and mad. And no, you would really have to, on command, go over there and go your ass over there. You see what I'm saying? Don't, excuse me, sister, you gotta be quiet. And you have to be quiet. Right? But knowing the rebelliousness, knowing the flesh, we just rather not deal with all that. Pastor Hart gave testimonies where he's like, look, sister, you gonna have to go your ass home and change.
Yeah.
Come up here with a goddamn mini skirt on. You know what the fuck you was doing when you left. Right? But you can't do that shit.
Right. What you got, bro?
That was the point. I read it wrong. Switching gears, you want to say edges?
Go back to that was all you had, Daniela? You had something else that we had before we jumped around and went to Simeon and Levi. Oh yeah. Yep. I had it. I came up off it, but I didn't know what it's at.
This is
The security girl?
No, the other one.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2.
All these four big men up here, she did the wrong shit. She got a
No, you ain't see her walk past you that she was like, sure, one had the grade. That's like what I said. You ain't my sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
all these big four men. He ain't one of us would have got shamed. She getting stomped. That's all I gotta say. You, green light. Sorry. No, I'm just saying. I ain't gonna worry about that shit. I ain't worry about no damn shame. Keep your ass walking. You use it, you opening up a can of worms, and now you got self-defense, and you on camera. You better get a mud hole stuck in your head.
Use it.
It's a lot of gang men thought, it was just weird because as soon as she was walking past, she was talking to me.
Yeah, right there.
People, people do that shit.
This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 8. It says, what's it like? Verse 9. It says, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and there was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe.
Right, so again, you have a lot of people out there that have the mindset of, you know what, that's the good book, right? There ain't nothing but love, mercy all in there. Yeah, the book, the book does contain that, but you don't understand what also this book contains, because the book also contains, when you think about the flood, right? The flood was not nothing funny. You telling me all these, earth was populated, it had these different animals, right? This and that was going on, and the Lord flooded the earth and only took 8 souls? Bro, yeah, that was mercy to 8 souls, and those few animals that he kept for, their use. But for everything else, if they could speak, they wouldn't be like they wouldn't feel like that was mercy. They'd be like, shit. He was pissed. He was angry at me. Something.
What we do, Lord?
What we, So come on now, you can't keep talking about this. It's about love and mercy in this book. When you even deal with Sodom and Gomorrah, they got destroyed because they filthy behavior.
Yep.
Right? But that was judgment. That was the wrath for the Most High.
That's right, bro.
But that wasn't love and mercy. But why would they get love and mercy?
Right.
He wasn't doing what was right. So they what? They got judged. You know what I'm saying? And many other different incidents that took place in the scriptures. You talk about like Moses and us, the Red Sea. We're dealing with the Egyptians. You know, yeah, Pharaoh and the Egyptians, right? They got the wrath of the Most High, but who obtained the mercy? The Israelites. You see?
Even
I didn't even-
Israelites in the desert, they got that.
Yeah, I didn't even get to the Passover and all that, or because even going to the wilderness, like there was a judgment there.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean,
Ground opening up, swallowing up people, man.
right. So you got mercy and love in the scriptures, but you also got wrath and harsh judgment all through the scriptures as well. But see, the thing is, as we talk about these perilous times, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of harsh judgment going out there. Yes, it's going to be love and mercy to who it's, applied to.
Right.
But on the flip side, it's going to be a lot of judgment and mercy as we continue to say. But that's just biblical prophecy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And we just telling you. You can't get mad at us as we're just messengers telling you that that's what's going to take place. You know?
And there's a formula you can follow to understand the personality of the Most High. You can put the Most High's personality into a profile almost. For example, it talks about, and this you got to understand the scriptures in order to be able to do this too. It talks about how when he gave everybody their lands, he divided according to the children of Israel, right?
Yep.
So what did he do? He already knew what land Israel was going to inhabit, which was the land of Canaan at that time. He gave them temporary ownership of that land.
Yep.
Okay, but what did he also know was going to have to happen? They was going to have to go through a bloody exit.
Yep.
So him being the man of war, there go lamentation, mourning, and woe for them niggas. That was their mourning and lamentation and woe. Because the Israelites was already, the Lord set it up. They already, to get this land, you got to go through a war. He's a man of war. Right, okay, now you got to go kill these niggas. You see? So, this is how the Lord does it.
Right. That ain't no mercy when when you going and conquering people and taking it. No, that's not mercy right there.
So he told them not to make no alliances, not to save none of them. Now the scriptures also say there's no end to all the people. So the Lord made provision for that. He said, look, I'm gonna trick them and I'm gonna get them a thorn in the side and we're gonna keep some of these heathens around and so on and so forth, and we're gonna do it this way and we're gonna do it that way. So that's how the Lord made it work. But
This is crazy.
yeah, we gotta get up out of here, man. It's been in bed.
We could do a live stream tomorrow or Sunday.
Well, anyway, so yeah, this is gives you the character of the Most High, man. Okay, the scriptures, when the prophets hit the scene, is to let you know that bad times is coming. And in these times, bad times is coming. But the scriptures tell you what, this is gonna be worse than it ever been before.
Right.
Okay, so what's that in Daniel 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1.
We could just live stream after that one. Yeah.
They doing, I don't know what they're doing, but it's too much.
Daniel 12 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And it reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right?
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, there's gonna be a time of trouble since never been, since there was a nation on the earth. So she's gonna be the worst time imaginable. And that's the time of Jacob's trouble. And we're entering into those times.
Yep.
Literally,
Yep.
all these different scenarios we see playing out, the Venezuela and so on and so forth, that ain't the only thing going on.
Yep.
Okay? But they're all movie-like scenarios that you wouldn't think would ever happen, especially in America.
Right at the door.
Guess what? That shit is coming.
Yep.
Some damn leaders world behind level shit is coming. Okay, we say Lord willing.
Yep.
You see? So,
But this is the same place that they all said, oh, that'll never happen here.
yeah.
Look what's going on. And these movies, like you said, that movie, for instance, they show you. It's like, it's predictive programming. This is coming to your doorstep.
The crazy part to me was how all them planes said, did you watch it yet? I'm like, no, I'm not.
Nah,
You got
yeah.
Netflix now, man.
No, don't.
I thought you did.
No,
Okay.
no. I'll save it again,
You
cause
got to watch
I'll
that.
see if I got it again. You know, I'll be cutting off if it was crazy.
Either way behind, you gotta watch. I can't. He been shushing me for years without this play. Are you ready for me? Y'all can close. Y'all got something else?
No, that's it.
All right. So with that, we're gonna give all honor, glory, and praises to.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Hey, double honor to the apostle elder, great millstone. He was the salutation of the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba.
Baba.
So, yeah, we just do a live stream tomorrow on Sunday.
That's
We'll do that. The people.